needed them. It was heading down to Tulum. It's Mount Lindsay Highway. There's a state forest. Yeah, there's a forest of some sort there. I don't know whether it's Donaldson or forest there with massive big gums in it. You know, that's white-sided gums, and it's the road from Woodenbong, I suppose, to I think it's before Woodenbong.
Before daybreak, or just on daybreak?
Yeah, it was daybreak, I suppose you'd call it.
Do you remember which direction we're heading in?
Yeah, heading south. Basically, it's come around a corner. Nothing out of the ordinary. Come around a corner, and there was a combination of headlights. Plus, there was a bit of enough light to see. Anyways, there was something on the other side of the road. I was heading down through about to enter a left-hand corner, and this thing looked like it had just crossed the road before I got there, and it had started to. Was about to go into the bushes on the other side, which was up a slight embankment. It had stopped there, and it looked for all the world like it had stopped. It heard me, stopped, looked over its shoulder, and was just looking to see what I was doing, or what my vehicle was doing. If I had to say it looked like anything, I'd say it looked like a chimpanzee. Not that I've ever seen one in real life, but I suppose like a chimpanzee. It wasn't very big. It was dark, quite dark, either dark brown or black coloured, about the size, about the height of a guidepost, not very big. It wasn't stood straight up, it was sort of hunched over a bit. And then when it decided to move, it took off in a hell of a hurry and sort of used arms and legs and everything to claw its way up the bank, and it was gone.
Was standing upright on two legs?
Standing on two legs, but you wouldn't really call it upright. It was, if you can imagine, if you or I stood on a bank, you'd be on a very steep bank, you'd be leaning forward. That's what it was doing. It was sort of, it wasn't stood bolt upright. Its legs weren't completely straight. One was down the bank and the other one was up, like exactly the way you or I would stand on a bank if it was very steep, with one leg down straight and the other one up the bank a bit in front of it. One arm was down. I can't remember which one. I think it was the left one. Was down, and I'm not sure whether it was on its forward leg or whether it was on the ground in front of it. And the other arm I couldn't see because it was turned towards me, sort of turned its head and shoulders slightly towards me. That would have been its left arm that I saw down, I think.
It was covered in hair?
Yeah, as much as I could tell, yeah. Its face wasn't, I sort of remember it very clearly, except that it seemed fairly flat.
Okay, so it took off up the slope and into the bush?
Yeah, it was virtually, as soon as it started moving, it was gone. It moved very quickly.
You just don't think it was a chimp, but not exactly sure?
Well, it could have been. It just I don't really know why. You know, I don't know much about chimps, and it just didn't seem to quite, only what I've seen on TV, what anyone else would have seen, and documentaries and so on, and it just didn't seem to quite fit the picture. But having said that, and why would a chimp be there anyway, I suppose? That's the other reason. I suppose the closest description of it would have been a chimp, though.